Hello, hello. Hello,
Hi.
hello. How are you? I'm
Hi.
so excited about it. Hi, Dawn. Hi,
Hi.
Amanda.
Hi, everyone.
I'm so
Hi.
excited about this.
Yes, I know it'll be fab.
It will
Ah,
be.
yeah.
I
Lovely to
just did a
see all your
video.
faces. How are you? Oh, lovely popping in red. Lovely.
Oh, of course, my
Awesome.
dog wants to bark now. Hi,
Hi,
guys.
everyone. I'm muted. I don't even know if you could see me. Can you see me or not see me? I don't know.
You're Mary Beth.
Hello.
I can't see someone on iPhone. I can't see who
No,
that
it's
is.
Mary Beth. It's Mary
Mary
Beth.
Beth. Oh, hello, lovely. Hi,
Hello.
that's
How are
you.
you?
Good. Good. Ah. That we'll know that's you. That's cool. Awesome. So, what a note taker. We're admitting everyone from the meeting room. I swear, like I say, like no meeting room, everyone can join, and then they like put everyone through the meeting room. So not sure why that is. So everyone, I'm just admitting everyone. Everyone's pouring in the door. That's awesome. That's so exciting. We had such good interest for this workshop. I think this is a completely like new awesome space that everyone is so curious about. And Lisa, this would be amazing because so many of us like fantastic AI artists and videographers all in their own right and creatives, but still everyone that I talk to is like, oh, AI video is just another beast and not everyone has the time or the software, the everything to get their heads around it. So this will be really exciting to explore with you. And I know there's only so much we can, scratch the surface in an hour, but we'll do our best. The format for today is obviously just like a little intro, and then I'll get Lisa to introduce herself because I always think it's better coming from the person themselves. And she'll dive into just a little prezzo, and she's got a live demo. She'll run you through the platform, and we love to have time for Q&A at the end because I know you're all curious. As all heck. So we'll hopefully make sure we have time for questions. We will keep the chat alive going. We've got some links that will drop in the chat. Any questions, keep going in there and I'll keep an eye on it and help facilitate. If you do have a question, we raise hands or you drop it in the chat and then we've got question time, then we'll facilitate those just so um, we let Lisa concentrate on her presentation. So it's so awesome to see you all here. So exciting. Such a privilege to introduce Lisa Dion, one of our newer ambassadors. Wonderful to have her part of the community and bringing her epic creative skills in video and art to our community. She made like this really awesome video animated ambassador's badge, which we just loved. And then we're like, we all need one of those. This is super cool. So she's got some awesome case studies and software and environment, and she has been a graphic designer, artist, long time, long career. So I think gives her kudos to so she knows what she's talking about. So without further ado, letting everyone into the meeting room. Flory, hello, hello, everyone, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Awesome to see you all here. This is being recorded. So if you have to step away, if anyone can't make it, it is being recorded and it'll be shared in our community later for everyone. So Lisa, I'd love to introduce you. Do you want to kick off? Just tell us who you are briefly. You can share screen when you're ready. Dive into your presentation. Take your time. I'll keep things rolling in the chat, and yeah, I'd like to go for it.
Yep. Give me just a second. I'm gonna find the
Hopefully
share
you've got all
button.
your all your
Go.
things. Yeah,
And hopefully I can still see you. Okay, let's see. Everyone see my screen?
yeah.
Okay, great. I just can't see the chat,
Uh, It
which
should
I don't
it
like.
should be able to, because I can see all of us
Oh, I
and your
have to,
screen.
yep, just
You have
expand it. If I
to.
expand it, is this in your way? You
No,
can't see
no, you
it?
can't see that.
Okay, great. That's what I think I need.
As long as when
So,
you go present, and that should be full screen, and then hopefully you can still see us and your presentation.
yeah,
That usually
hopefully.
works okay. Yeah,
Got it. Okay,
beautiful.
great. So, thank you for the introduction. I'm very excited to be joining She is AI Magazine. What a fantastic community. Um, yeah, so oops, I have to get out of here. Okay. So let's just see how many have already been creating AI video. Um, hands in the chat if you want to raise your hand and then drop into the chat box which tools you're using. There's Luma, Kling, Runway. Yeah, okay. All right. I will keep going. So I have a Bachelor of Arts in Advertising and Graphic Design, and I've been doing print and digital design for over 15 years. Started out as a web designer. I've been an email designer. I've pretty much done anything, everything, billboards and packaging for print. I became a Luma AI creative content partner last November when they first launched the Discord and the program, and they keep adding to it. You can still get on the waiting list to join that. And recently, a newer software that launched that has image and multiple video models is Imagine Art. I created my first AI video in 2023 with DALL-E and Firefly images. Nothing like what we have today. I've been doing experiential digital last year with Nexperience, 5 interactive events for the NBA. Each event has its own brand style guide. This is a 17-foot Plinko game, and you can see how big it is by the attendees in the background. We have registration scan stations and emails that go out. This is the 50th anniversary Corvette press kit. There were only 1,000 of these made with numbered plaques, so they were a hot commodity. They won a lot of print design awards and they were auctioned on eBay. And I, over the last 6 months, have been testing lots of tools. So a couple weeks ago, when Google Veo 2 came out, I ran an old prompt for a video that I had submitted to Luma's storytelling contest against the Google Veo, and I still had a better result with Dream Machine with the turtle there. After joining Imagine Art, I've been messing with their sketch to image and all the video models on Imagine Art. I have done lip sync using Kling.
Touched by the ocean's kiss, with the language of dreams.
And then I ran a prompt just for this presentation on some more of the tools. So the first one is an example of a Dream Machine, the same prompt. And the second is the result I got from Kling SD. The third is Google Veo 2. So everybody's seeing the animation okay? Let's see.
It's just a little bit buffering on
Everything
my end, a little bit
okay?
glitchy there, but give her a second, it'll be okay.
The fourth one, this is Runway Gen 3. So I ran each one or two times and just to see what I would get. So this is the video that I submitted to Luma for storytelling. It's a little PSA on plastic water bottles. I have this one and then another one. Each one are about 60 seconds. I'll play those for you.
Every minute, 1 million plastic bottles are purchased worldwide. Convenient, right? But what happens next? Over 35 billion plastic bottles are discarded every year in the US alone, and less than 30% are recycled. The rest, piling up in landfills, polluting our oceans, choking our wildlife. By 2050, there could be more plastic than fish in our oceans. Our waste is suffocating the planet. But there's hope. You can make a difference. Choose reusable bottles, demand better recycling policies, reduce plastic waste. Because our planet isn't disposable, it's time to rethink plastic. It's time to act.
That's one. Everybody see it okay? And hear it? Okay, good. Here's the second one. This is another 60-second one. This one came from a daily challenge of swimming, and I liked this image. This is a Luma generated image, not Mid-Journey, that I went ahead that day and just created this video. The car scene at the end is Mid-Journey, so the image quality is not as good, but I extended the video out.
Be a dear and freshen my martini, won't you? A woman simply can't be expected to sparkle without a refreshment.
Perfectly chilled martini, just the way you like it, Ms. Dion.
Okay. Um, all of the platforms are getting really good. We were getting a lot of cars driving backwards a couple months ago, so I was pretty happy with the result of that. That's been a couple weeks now. So I am going to go through an overview of Dream Machine fairly quickly because in 10 minutes I'd like to jump over into the software and do a couple of live generations with you. So if it seems like I'm going a little fast, that's because I'm gonna redo everything with you, hopefully. Luma was working just fine 30 minutes ago. So when you first go into Luma Dream Machine, this is the screen that you see, and this is kind of unique to them. These are their boards, and not only do they organize your projects, but they are living, breathing, iterative projects. Luma remembers your previous generations and you can build on top of them. So it's learning from you and retaining what you've done inside of each board. And this is an overview of the Dream Machine boards. The fact that you can iterate and expand your ideas. It will even help you with art direction and concepting. It has a couple features that I'm going to show you. One of them is the brainstorming feature. The other is creative pills, which is unique to Dream Machine and Luma. It runs on two models, the Luma Photon image model and the Luma Ray 2 model. When I first joined, it was the Ray 1.3 model. And a couple weeks ago, they launched Photon and Ray 2 Flash. And they want to make video generation accessible to everyone. So they're trying to make it easy to use and affordable. So the Flash models you can save your credits, your fast credits. So if you use the Flash Bell for simpler tasks that require less dynamics, um, it's 3 times faster and also 3 times cheaper. It takes less credits. All of the features, text to video, image to video, and video to video, you have begin and end to keyframes. Some of them have no image, some have one keyframe, one image reference. So there's a difference there. Some of the advanced features is the modify feature. It takes character and style inputs and character and visual image references, which I'm going to demo for you. It has the keyframes that I mentioned. You can extend video. So you start with a 5-second video. You can keep extending on it to 15, 20, 30 seconds. And you don't need an upscaler like Topaz. It has, it generates initially right in HD 1080. And it has built-in 4K upscaling, which is really nice. So this is just a screen of a generation. After you put your text in the bottom, your input goes to the top and it generates one video at a time. And on the lower right-hand side of your video, you can click more like this and it'll run the prompt again and you won't get the same result. And you can keep doing that on the same prompt. So that's unique to keep going. This is the video that it generated when I entered the text prompt. Let's see. So we just went over the more and the modify features that are in the lower right hand corner of the video, so you can keep working on them after your initial generation. These are the camera motion features. They just enhanced these this week. I'm not even sure if they're live yet. So the on the left hand side, uh, there's a camera button, and if you type camera, it will pop up and give you camera controls. And these are the new camera controls on the right. One of them that people are loving is this new shake camera motion feature, but there's more options that they've been adding. These are the creative concept pills. This is kind of neat. After it's generated your first prompt, the ones that are outlined are actually drop-down menus. It'll give you different ideas to try based on your prompt. So if you select those, it'll regenerate four new images if you did an image prompt or another video. This is an example of a character reference image. You can see down here, there's a drop down. So you can select keyframe or reference that tells it you want to generate an image from a reference image or a style. And the next frame is an example of a style. So I gave it an image from Midjourney. I told it that it's a style reference. It generated four similar images for me. And then you can convert your image, any of the four images, just by clicking a button into a video. And that's a video it generated. This is just showing the start and end keyframes. You can use just a start frame, just an end frame, or two different images. They've added new features. They keep adding them, and those are loop. Loop can be useful in certain situations so that it ends on the same frame that it started. And like in video editing software, you can set to loop, and it'll keep going. You can extend the timeout. So she would rock back and forth. They've added again the cheaper, faster flash version. They also added audio. You can prompt to add audio to your video after you've generated the motion and the advanced camera controls that we've covered. So, Dream Machine is loved by a lot of professional filmmakers. And this is from being in the meetings and hearing the feedback in the creative partner community. And they like it because of its physics and its cinematic realism. I'm not a film developer, but I believe them. So it's really considered a premium tool by professionals. And this section, I'm just going to briefly cover prompts. These are typically the two prompt structures, beginning with a shot type or ending with the shot type and style. But your subject or your character, and then what are they doing, the action, and then where are they and what's the setting? So rain, afternoon, sunshine, and the aesthetic and style, moods. So it's just some basic pieces that you want to include in your prompts, and there's no hard limit on lengths. There's a max character. I can't remember what it is, 600 or 800 characters, but longer isn't always better. And with Luma, um, they really are focused on natural language, so very simple prompts it works really well. we're going to use this prompt. I'm going to pop this in. This is what all the slides were based on. So I just have a glamorous 50s woman lounges in a pink inflatable pool float, what she's wearing, a red polka dot swimsuit and a headscarf, black sunglasses. She sips a glass of champagne. What's she doing? She's basking in the sunlight. The atmosphere is a turquoise pool. Vibrant contrast. Scene appears retro, luxurious, cinematic lighting shot in high fashion style, editorial style. Um, and then this is the video workflow. It's pretty standard before and with AI. So in pre-production, you're establishing the purpose of your video, the goals, the style of it, writing a script if you have voiceover, and you're planning out your scenes, and that's storyboarding. And then in production, we used to either shoot or record audio or curate images from stock sources, record voiceovers, find sound effects. But now we can generate all of the content in the production phase with AI. So that's the major difference. And then post-production kind of remains the same. You use a video editing tool to put all the clips together and sync all your sound and color grade, adjust speeds, add cuts and transitions. And then out of that video tool, those are like DaVinci Resolve, Adobe Premiere Pro, CapCut, and you can even put your clips together and add audio in Canva or Adobe Express. But the professional tools, then you have rendering settings, and then if you aren't bringing in and working in high res after you're all finished, you can upscale the video then to 4K. This is an example of how I storyboard. There's really no script with this. This was a Saturday Monster challenge that went crazy and turned into a whole day. And we are 8:20. I'll play this, I believe it's 1 minute, and then we're ready to go into the demo and take some questions. Is everybody good? Okay.
Look at her. To me, that woman is bad and honestly, she's a vampire, but I can't stop staring at her lips. That woman is a monster. A monster. 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 I should make tell this. That's on me. Why you look good enough to be. Arms around me. Said, I don't need my heart out. Me. It's bad and honestly, she's a vampire, but I can't stop staring at her lips. That woman is a murderer. Monster. 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 Shame. Around me.
It got a little dark there. Saturday Monster Challenge sometimes goes wild. Oh, funny. Okay, let's see. We are ready to go into demo. And is everyone good to go? Or do you want me to answer anything? Okay, I'm going to go in. So, switch to my browser. Now we are in my browser, and these are all the projects that I've worked on over the months in my board here. All kinds of different stuff. I'm really just testing. I'm not doing anything in particular, changing up styles and participating in challenges, which takes me in all kinds of weird directions. So you can access that by clicking this board icon, or you can access all of your media that you've ever created by clicking this other one. either way. I prefer to go through the boards, and then to create a new one, you're just going to click this plus button. This creates a whole new board. You don't need to name it or anything. I am going to just drop that prompt in, and I just have my prompt saved in text in Notepad. So I'm going to drop that prompt in. Here is I'm telling it to describe a video. We're going to use 16:9. I'm in the Ray 2 model. I could switch this to Ray 1.6. I was wrong. It was 1.6, not 1.3. Or Flash to conserve credits and go faster. I'm going to leave it in the normal Ray 2 model. And that's pretty much all I need to do here to create a video from text. And I'm going to run it. Here you can see my prompt went up here. It's analyzing my tokens and thinking. It's pulled these out. Hopefully it's going to put me with my fast hours ahead of everybody else and go fast for me. And then you get a status over here underneath your prompt. So it says waiting. And it says funny things while you're waiting, sipping champagne in retro Hollywood style. And this message will change. I thought that was so cool. I think they've won awards for their web design and interface. That struck me right away how unique the environment was.
Lisa, while you got a second, Nagao's just got a hand up for a question if you wanted to.
Yeah, sure. While we wait, I don't want to go too
Yeah.
fast. Yeah.
Yeah, you can ask your question now.
I just had a quick question on like how do you make them dance? Do you actually prompt them to do those dance routines? Or does it
Yes.
just figure it out? Oh, you prompted. Okay.
You prompted. Kelly Bosch does a lot of dancing in these really wild, surreal characters. I'm a big fan. So I had to figure out how she did that. And I did some research, different what dance moves were called, and I used ChatGPT uh to create my prompt. So I had to kind of dig into that a little bit. Like, so I used Charleston and high knee and stomps as keywords to make them dance. It's really fun.
Okay.
And then I fed it, by the way, images of groups of dancers that I had created previously. That helps. So if you have an image of depicting people in motion dancing, and then you add that, that dance prompt on top of that image. It works really well. Is that good?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So this is what it created for me, which is pretty good. And if I don't like it though, here is where I have the option to run it again, and it'll just keep going and give me alternates. And here are the pill drop downs. So I can change it as saying, how about iced tea? How about a tropical cocktail? What else? Instead of pool water, a lake, an ocean, a city rooftop infinity pool. It's kind of thinking for you. And then here below the prompt is a brainstorm tool. While this is running our generation, there it goes. I'm going to open this brainstorm. It's going to think for me and make some art direction suggestions. So it's saying 50s inspired Hollywood starlet lounging. This is pretty much what my prompt already is. Close up of vintage sunglasses, summer scenery, summer bliss, slow motion water splashes, silhouette figures walking poolside, retro props, red nail polish. So if I click on this, it's going to load a new prompt for me. We can, I guess, go ahead and do that. Let's do umbrellas and see how it loads a new text prompt for me. It gave me some ideas and then it just loads it here. I think instead of running that, what I want to show you is the image reference feature next. While that is working. So Let's give it. All right, so right now it thinks it's the keyframe. I have to go over here, tell it it's an image reference. It automatically switched me over to image. I'm gonna leave it in 16:9. But over here, as soon as I say at, it asks me if I'm loading a character or a style. So I'm gonna say character, and I'm just gonna say, let's give it this one. A woman riding a horse at golden hour in the country, carefree natural mood, and run that image. Here's our new video. She's got 2 glasses of champagne. That wasn't a really good one. But let me show, here's the upscale feature. Once you have a generation, you can get a really high-res file. Here's the audio feature. So I'm going to give it some audio. See what it gives us here. It should just take a second. Oops, it's buffering. Sorry. It just added water. It didn't follow my giggle prompt instruction. And in here you can also extend, so it loads that video, and this is what I was talking about, video to video. So it's going to take the first 5-second animation and add to the end of it to make a longer video. Or I could pop in another video, like I could put this 5-second and that 5-second video together, which would be kind of interesting. So here's our character reference that I loaded. It gave me something similar to that woman on a horse. I'm going to delete these out. And once I have an image, I can click one of these. I can modify and redo my prompt. I can turn this image now into a video. I can generate more images like that one. It'll create 4 more images. Let's use this one and turn her into a video. And I had done this one. A smooth tracking video of a woman riding a horse through the open country. We'll load this in here. Let that go. Okay. Everybody following? Am I going too fast? Good. Okay, good. Well, this one is animating our horse. I'm going to grab another reference, a style reference. This one. I'm on reference here in the photon model. And this one, I'm going to grab the initial prompt, the first one that we used, but I'm going to use this mid-journey style. So if I type at, I'm going to select style and I'm on image reference and go ahead and paste in the rest of my prompt and run that as an image style reference. I think our horse is almost ready. I was
While we're waiting
terrified to
for
do a
that,
lot.
Lisa, while you're waiting for that to render, Rachel just asked what are the best dimensions ratios to create videos in, do you find?
Yeah, let me show that. So when you are, okay, here's our what it gave us for style. This is pretty bad. It did a better job before. I could try it again. Let me try it again. Um, I can reuse, by the way, copy the text or reuse the message. I'll reuse the message. So this style, wearing a red matching heads. Maybe let me take some of this prompt out and try that. Gave me better styles before. Okay, so if I was going to create a video, and I'm in video. It's got your standard sizes built in. So 916 is your vertical social media. Your 3.4 and your 4.3 are like portrait and landscape, just like Midjourney. Square 1.1 and extra wide would be the 21.9. Typically, you're going to use 16.9 or this 916. I generate in portrait a lot of times for Instagram and LinkedIn. Um, I think they work better than the full reel. This is your social reel size. And so let's see, what else did I want to do here? Oh, so those are our ratios. Those are also in the video guide that as well as the workflow and prompt stuff we covered. That's all going to be in a PDF video guide that we can drop into the chat. Um, one keyframe, two keyframe, camera motion. Okay, so let me drop an image keyframe in and put the prompt in. Don't want a reference. We want to create keyframe, ray 2. Now I want to show you this. Ooh, that's changed again. Camera motion. It doesn't, they changed again today since I updated my PowerPoint yesterday. So now they're showing you pictures. So I'm gonna just tell it to crane up. We'll try that. So that's a beginning keyframe with a camera action of crane up that I just ran. Let me jump over while we wait for that. Did you guys drop? I can drop. Let me drop. Here's the prompt format and 2 prompts to try. Let me drop that
Yeah,
in
I dropped
here.
them in the chat, Lisa, the prompt
Oh,
format
you
and
already
two
did.
prompts to try. I've dropped them in the chat if everyone's seen them so they can take that home and try it or follow along. Yeah,
Let's drop, I'll drop the video guide
very good. Cool. Yep, you can put that in.
and that we can look at that really quickly over
Mhm.
here. So this is what I just sent you. It's just a little video guide about the steps. And here are your aspect ratios. And these are sample keywords or tokens, different camera angles, temporal elements, descriptions. And we have a special Luma code for you. So that is the video guide. There also is going to be a discount for a whole collection of these from Mid-Journey Fast Hours, which is a YouTube channel that's been running for over a year, training people in Journey, and they have this whole mastery thing, and this is just one of tons of resources. So tons of ref codes, tons of guides. So this is showing you different film types and what they look like to get the color and the type of look that and feel aesthetics that you want. So there's so many. There's so many resources, excuse me, in there. And so he gave that to She Is AI magazine at half off. So instead of 120, we have a link for you for 60. And I'm going to drop that in. Excuse me. And there's your Midjourney Mastery half off coupon link.
I've just put them in there too, but you can put them twice. That's amazing.
Oh,
I'll add Lisa's haggled all these resources for you guys and pulled them together and made that whole guide. That's super epic and really valuable, Lisa. That is so awesome. Everyone copy those discount codes and go and take advantage of those. And
yeah. So let's see. We're at 8:39 and I think we can go to the Q&A. I've showed you most of unless anyone wants me to
Oh,
try something. Oh, I can run the
Nagawa?
cat.
Nagawa, yeah, you can
Let
run
me run
something
more.
else. Nagawa's got a question just when you can.
Great,
Yeah, I was
yeah.
wondering if you can, for the keyframes, I was wondering if you can add more than one video and then it will like decide how it like joins them all together. Or sort of, sorry, maybe add more than one picture together and then it will just
You have
decide how it,
you have two, start and end. You can use just an end frame. You can use a beginning,
yeah,
um, one image or one video, or two images or two videos,
okay,
in that this keyframe option here. But
okay.
there's two, the beginning and end.
So it's always just beginning and end.
I'm
And
running,
there is,
I'm running,
okay.
yep. Here, I'll show it
And
again.
there's, oh no, it's okay.
Actually,
I saw that one. I just keep going on. Just like go from what you
there's
get once you
two.
do beginning and end image.
So I think you're wondering how I get to a long video, and when I get it out of Luma, I will show you an example of a post-production. And
Oh, okay,
so
cool.
when I give it two images, and it was hilarious. This was another daily challenge, and the challenge was popsicle. So I just gave it a beginning and an end image of some weird surreal images that I created in Midjourney. I don't even have to give it a prompt. It's automatically gonna try to figure out how to get from the beginning keyframe to the end and run that. So there's your example of two images, and these could just as well been short video clips. And I don't really have to tell it. It's going to try to determine how to start with one and end with the other. And I ran a kitten prompt that I gave you guys. So here's our fuzzy little kitten playing. Yeah. And I can tell it, try again, give me another one. It's working pretty good for me considering. Thought I was crazy trying to attempt this.
Yeah,
Did
because
pretty,
normally sometimes you wait in the queue.
yeah.
But yeah, this
It's
is pretty amazing if you don't even have to tell it what to do. Just add the images.
It's really smart. And I love the interface. It's really, really good. I get better results out of Luma. Every time I try another one, I get better results. Not, you know, I'm
Remember when
still
like
waiting.
the internet started and everyone was about cat memes and cat pics, and now they've got a whole new generation of cat pics and cat like AI video
Yeah.
cats, whole new generation of cuteness.
Let's
Um,
see.
it's amazing. When we've got a couple of questions in the chat for you, Lisa, from Julia, and then Flory and Linda has also got her hand up when you
Well, I'm waiting for these to generate, so why don't we go ahead?
okay. Can you see them
Oh,
there?
oh, no, no, no. So let's see.
Got any tips of character consistency? Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
so
question. Yeah.
most of the models are working on this. It's not that great yet, but that was the best I can do is to give it an image, and that's, I believe, true with the other models, the reference image. So I did that whoops. So right now you can only do reference image to create a character and then convert it to video. So that was where I gave it that the woman, and I told her to ride a horse. That's how I got my character. So you would use use the same image as a reference. Let's see, get character.
And when you're going through all these iterations of the designs, does it keep the character, or you keep using the reference image like you would in Midjourney, I guess?
Yeah, you would have to keep using it. They did a pretty good job with our little horse rider here. These are taking forever. What was the other question? I can't really see them in the chat.
Ah, okay. Can you choose individual images from the video? Does that make sense, or does Flory want to expand on her question there?
So once it creates the video from the two images that you give it, can you pick from other? Can you pick other images from the middle of the movie? For that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah. Not within Dream Machine. You would have to do that in your video editing program. You would have to
Oh,
export out an image frame and bring that image frame back in to animate, and that is one of the tricks. So if you had mm, you wanted to start at a certain point from another video at that frame, you would need to pull that frame in, and you have to pull that out image out in another tool in a video
got it.
editing
Thank you.
software. Yeah. So here's our model reference again. And these are taking really long. So I think I'm just gonna, oh, here we go. We're moving. Really wanted to show you at least this popsicle one. I have it on my desktop. We still have time.
Should we do Linda's question too while we're waiting?
Yeah.
Linda, you wanna? You can
Yeah,
unmute.
yeah. Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
I I just had a question about what was your path to getting to where you are right now with
So I was
knowing how to
creating,
use this?
mhm, I started with AI video the same time all of you. I mean, it's fairly new and just getting better and better every week, new tools all the time. I had previous experience creating corporate video and animated Google ads, and I started with Flash web videos, animations many years ago. So I already was familiar with recording voiceovers, timeline editing, frame animation concepts, and some Adobe tools. I've been using Adobe for 20 years. So it was really natural to switch from recording and finding my media to generating it. And so that's kind of what I want to get to show you. So here's our popsicle animation, what it did with two frames. It's so cute. The last one I did was even better than that. It's on TikTok if anybody wants to come follow me on TikTok.
I actually saw it. It's fantastic. It really is. It's lovely.
Yeah, cute. So I have more stuff I can show you. I'm gonna go back to my presentation, live demo. We've been answering questions. If anyone has any more for me, I'm happy to answer those. Let me
I had one, like, does short or long prompts work better? Or like you've given us these prompts and they seem quite in depth, and there's a prompt format obviously that works really well, but sometimes you do a short one, it has good results, or long, or do you find how does that work for you?
Yeah,
Uh,
so I think let's see. Here's our Luma has given us a discount code. I think you've already dropped in the chat, which is Luma dash she is AI, which will give you half off of your first 2 months of a subscription, and you have the Midjourney. I want to show you, I'm gonna escape out of here and go into, I think this will help. So just yesterday, Luma had a contest and they wanted sketchy doodles. They hold these contests for us where we can win money and then they feature us. So this is Adobe After Effects. This is one of your post-production tools. You can use DaVinci Resolve or CapCut to do the same thing. So um I generate video in Refusion or Suno, and I can pull my audio in. And I created all these 5-second clips in Luma, and I just drop all of the little clips into my video editing software on this is called your timeline. So you can see how I've kind of synced and placed the clips together. So this is how you get from a bunch of 5-second clips through a whole storyboard to a 60-second clip, if that makes sense. So that's your post-production video editing tool that you need. And if I were to double click on a video, I would be in its timeline. Am I in a video? Video. Can't see it right now. There we go. Then let's see. I can export a video or a keyframe. Maybe it's I don't do that very often. I might be thinking Premiere Pro, but export. I'm sorry, I can't find it right now. But that's how you would export a frame out of your video editing software. I can't find it at the moment, but that's how you would do it.
Lisa,
Then
we've got a Premiere Pro versus After Effects challenge. Can you give the pros and
yeah,
cons of like why one or the other? Yeah.
yeah. I watched Joy Purdy's DaVinci Resolve demo too, because I was curious about because I've been using Adobe for so long. A Resolve is somewhere in between Adobe and CapCut. So Resolve's a little bit easier. It has less functions, so it's less difficult to navigate. This is the storyboard again, how I said I worked. So I just create a bunch of boards. You can use PowerPoint to do this. You can use, if you're familiar with a Miro board, Miro, you can use Canva. This is Illustrator. So I just have a bunch of HD sized boards. And as I plan out and generate my clips, I put all my clips in so I could see what I have. And then I start to create all the video clips. This just helps me see everything as I work, keeps me organized. So this is a storyboard for this this video piece. Any more questions? I have a couple more videos. This shows you the 3 keyframes for the sailboat. I have another monster challenge I could show you. Can't believe I did this. But there was another challenge, so I did like a superhero film. Last week a new lip sync tool came out. So of course I had to test that. This is Hedra.
How about, Lisa,
I
if we
could
can have a question from Eric David, and then we've got a question from Rachel before we see those goodies. They're absolutely stunning.
Great.
Um, but just make sure we've covered Eric's question and Rachel's just for now.
Yeah.
Hey
Eric, you
Lisa,
wanna, yeah.
this is great, fantastic work, and thanks for sharing this. Just had a quick question at the beginning of the program. You mentioned that it's the premier software that professional filmmakers like to use. After doing all your comparisons with the other models, the VOs and everything else, aside from the results, do you still feel that the UI um, for Luma is the easiest to work with, or are others easy to work with, but you don't like the results as much?
Well, I really love Luma's results, and I'm not a filmmaker, but getting to attend meetings with the filmmakers has been really interesting to me, and to hear them talk about and support Luma like this is the best tool. So, but I like Kling. And I use Kling. I was using Kling for all the lip syncs before this new Hedra came out that I have tested. I love the interface. I think it's very easy to use the way that everything's so compact. It seems really intuitive to me. I can pull up Runway and Kling in a browser for you for a comparison. It's really the interface, how difficult or not difficult it is. I'm kind of um, used to interfaces as a web designer and as an Adobe user, so they're all fairly easy to me. But I think DaVinci Resolve or CapCut, like I said, would be a good starting point. DaVinci is free and CapCut is also free. So I would suggest maybe trying one of those. Does that answer your question? Big Al from Detroit.
That cool, Eric. We did want to, Lisa, cover Premiere Pro just versus After Effects in a little bit more detail if you're able to touch on that, just for the few of them asking, just really curious about or when you'd use one or the other or differences, or do you have a preference or
Yeah. I like After Effects just because I'm used to using it and it's simpler to me than Premiere Pro. And I'm only doing short 15-second, 30-second, 60-second clips. If I were to be trying to put together a film or a longer movie, I would definitely work in Premiere Pro. And I can open it so you can compare. It's very similar. Let's see, applications. Oh, duh, it's right here. Looking in this. I don't need that. I'll launch it real quick and show it.
Lisa, does it have any advantages for you too, except for being simpler? Does it allow you to do something you cannot do in Premiere Pro?
After Effects is more for is built more for animation, where Premiere Pro is built more for video editing. But there's no advanced tools that I personally am using. Let's see. I don't know if I can open this way. File, open recent. Can't find my file. See if it'll still open. There we go. Well, sort of. So it has the same timeline. It couldn't find my linked assets. So that's Adobe's error saying I can't find your video. But the interface is pretty much the same, where, let's see if I can import something. Import this. There we go. Bob recognizes this. It's the same thing. You bring your video clips in, you place them on your timeline. Um, let's see, I'm trying to find go to this one. Effects. This is presets. Here we go. It's hard to get all this stuff open. So Premiere Pro and After Effects has different filters and effects. These are your advanced like transitions, text effects. You can do cut your color corrections and things. So they both programs have um, similar tools in them, and there's so many that they're possible to learn them all unless you need them. And then so Resolve has a lot of them just as well. It's kind of a professional tool more so than CapCut if that makes any sense. I hope I answered your question. These can be kind of complex to learn. They take time to learn. And there's so much in them that I don't even use them all, if that answers your question.
Yes, thank you. I think we were just curious why you were using one over the other, but you answered that question that it was simpler for you. And yeah.
Yeah. So normally you could animate in After Effects and pull your After Effects into Premiere Pro to combine it with standard video footage. But I'm mostly just working with little AI clips and audio and stringing them together into little 60-second pieces. So that's why I just use the After Effects. All right, so I will go back here and I'd like to play you this Hedra lip sync. And so these tools are changing all the time. Something is in my way here.
Oh, sorry, Lisa. Rachel had a question about lip syncing. So
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
this is a perfect example. Do we just want to wrap our head around lip syncing? How does it always line up perfectly? Is it the software? Is it post-production, or is it your prompting? And talk us through lip syncing just while you're playing us some of these awesome videos that, yeah.
Okay, so this is a new one that came out last week. Prior to last week, the only two that offered lip syncing was Kling and Runway, and Luma doesn't have lip syncing yet, and it will be added. So they will be adding features, all of them. And this one came out last week, and everyone was raving about how great it is for lip syncing. So I went out and tested it. I gave it an image and a script text, and then selected one of the voices. So I selected, excuse me, a British voice, and I wrote her this little vampire-esque script. So this is Hedra. The image I believe is Midjourney.
Eternity is not a gift, it is a sentence. They call me the Queen of Shadows, a creature of the night, cursed to drink crimson from the veins of the living. But I was not always this. Once I danced in the gardens of dawn, bathed in golden light. Once I felt warmth upon my skin and love upon my lips. Tell me, Moon, do you remember me? Do you recall the girl who once danced beneath you before her feet learned only the stillness of the grave? Or am I just a phantom now, a shadow with no past? They say that darkness is empty, that nothing waits beyond the black. But I tell you this, the dark remembers. It cradles its children. And I am its most faithful daughter.
Oh, that's so
So
awesome.
that's Hedra, and that was 20 seconds long. You can only do 10 seconds in Kling. Let me go back and show you the Kling lip sync again.
So awesome. Were there any other questions while you're bringing that up, Lisa? Because it's so awesome. I'm just aware of the time, just making sure we've covered everyone's questions and thoughts, and everyone's happy before we start wrapping up. You just show us that, Lisa. I'll let you know if there's any other questions.
There it is. Okay.
Phantom born of mystery, touched by the ocean's kiss, and whispered in the language of dreams.
So those are the only lip sync examples I have is the Hedra, the Kling. I have not used the Runway lip sync tool. The swim video was a combination. I used the lip sync Kling for this one to make her talk in the beginning. Then I used 11 Labs to generate the man's voice, but I didn't lip sync it. So he walks up and hands her the drink, and then it switches back to her while he's talking. I don't know if you caught that. So that worked really well. And the other one, this one, that whole script was made in 11 Labs, and it's just a narration. So there's a music track soft in the background and then an 11 labs narration of my script over the top of that. And then each of the 5-second clips are all put together in a post-editing tool is how that is made.
Oh, yeah. So
That
Glenn
makes
asks, so is it all the post production because you have a 20-second video clip, you've added the lip syncing over all those clips joined together. Have you in like post production?
no,
You can
no, you don't. The
talk
lip
us through.
syncing is
Yeah.
lip sync is done in the tool. So you give it an image or a video, cling, and you can pick a voice and enter the text of what you want it to say, and your length of the text has to be the length of the video. So it's 5 seconds or 10 seconds. And then Hedra made the video, the image into the 20-second video. It doesn't have that limitation. And that's a brand new at Hedra AI, I think it is. Hedra Labs.
Hydra, and that's their limit is longer. That's how you've achieved that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I
that's how
understand.
it
Yep.
made I didn't have to match the length of my video to the length of my audio. I just told it, like, here's the image, here's what I want it to say, and it just gave me the 20 seconds. So that's brand new. Brand new. I don't remember if let me play her. This is another Saturday Monster Challenge.
Is there sound? We're just not getting the sound on this one.
I have so much fun
Oh,
with the
amazing.
monsters.
So cool. So good. My
So
gosh,
that
that's
was not
amazing.
actually a lip sync. He just is talking and I put an audio clip on top. He's not, you can't tell because he's a skeleton. So it looks like he's lip synced, but he's really not. It's just an audio file and a video. If you want to see my crazy, we're going over, but if you want to see more, I can
I'm
keep
sure
going.
we've got time to one more and then we'll probably wrap.
Okay, one more. I can't even believe I did this one. Not my thing. I created a whole Midjourney style, which is a whole nother class, Midjourney, but this is a profile that I trained in Midjourney. So to keep this cartoon look called neo-noir style throughout all the clips to generate all the images to put this together. That one was tricky for me because I don't specialize in animation or anime and comics. So
So cool, Lisa. We might wrap up here. We've got a few people got to head out. That has been absolutely incredible. We've got so many good comments. People like that's just mind blowing. I think we've covered everyone's questions, and that was incredible. Thank you very much, Lisa, for your time, epic examples and presentations, and talking us through everything and the prompts. Hopefully, everyone has their discount codes and their resources that you've put together. You spent so much time working on this and giving everyone these epic bundles and support and resources. So we so appreciate you. Everyone's dropping in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was amazing. Thanks everyone for coming and seeing all your beautiful faces here. We appreciate it. And thank you again, Lisa. That is brilliant. I'm sure you guys can connect with Lisa on socials or join her in our school community if you've got questions and you want more support. Yeah, I'm sure she'll be happy to answer questions. But yeah, thank you so much, Lisa, and from everyone on behalf of us. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, it was amazing. Thanks, everyone, for coming. Thank you so much. And the recording will go up in the community, and join us in there. And yeah, we'll have more chat in there. But thank you, everyone, for coming. That was super, super cool, Lisa, and you've inspired me to go and try AI video.
Glad you liked
Thank
it.
you.
Great. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. All right. Bye. We'll stop the recording.